Okay, hi, welcome everybody. Thanks for fighting the way through the internet. Alrighty, so the only equipment you're going to need today is the same equipment we've been using. So a ball-shaped object of some sort, preferably with letters or numbers. Remember, that can be a rolled up pair of socks. That's interesting for you to look at, or a rag if a ball isn't accessible for you, or it could be a dog toy. And then the only other piece of equipment, oh yes, let's see. Okay, sorry, hang on one sec. Can people see me big on their screen right now? Maybe just a thumbs up if you can. Okay, great, just want to make sure that's working. Alrighty, and then the only other equipment you'll need is 2 pencils, 2 cooking utensils, 2 forks, whatever that is. Okay, great. And for those of you just joining one more time, yeah, Nancy, that's good. Sorry for the extra layer of registration and logging in today. Yeah, that was, we had some system stuff we were working through. So yes, thank you for getting through that. We're starting a few minutes late just to let people trickle in after registering, because I know that takes an extra couple minutes. Okay. So I'll have you maybe have your ball-shaped object somewhere close to you. We'll use that as part of warm-up. And I'll have you come to a seated position. And we'll just start with our body scan here. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I see some people getting set up. No rush, everybody. We'll just start with the body scan. So we'll close the eyes if that feels good. We'll just start with our breath, just noticing where our breath is coming in, where it's leaving. Seeing if you can invite that breath a little bit deeper. Are you able to breathe through your nose? And are you able to make your breath so quiet that if someone were seated right next to you right now, they wouldn't be able to hear you? And maybe you wouldn't even be able to hear yourself. We'll just find a body scan from head to toes, noticing what in your body feels good today, what in your body feels a little stiff or sticky today, and what parts of your body feel quiet and aren't speaking to you. Okay, I want you to set your intention for class. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Great. Okay, we're just going to start with a roll down here. So I want you to start by first tilting your head up and looking up at the ceiling. And if you're standing, you can let the hips come forward. If you're seated, just let your chest come forward. And then as if you were curling into yourself, chin to chest, chest to ribs, rolling yourself down. Take an inhale at the bottom. And then exhale to roll yourself up. Inhale, lift as much as you can towards the ceiling. See if you can even turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, roll and curl yourself down. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll up. Lift everything up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and exhale, roll back down. Last one, inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll yourself back up. Last lift of everything towards the ceiling, and then back to the center. Okay, so just with your head, tilting your head to the right. And then I want you to start to tilt your body to the right. So we're just trying to lengthen the whole left side of your body. If you're able to, we can bring that left arm overhead. And then your body comes up, and then your head comes up. Head leans to the left, body leans to the left. Body comes up, head comes up. So we're kind of exaggerating that head movement here. Head right, body right. Breathe into those open ribs, and then body and head, head and body. Arm can come up, and then body and head. Okay. I'm gonna have you grab your ball-shaped object. Yeah. And for those of you just joining, we apologize for that extra layer of registration you had to do. We started a couple minutes late, so don't worry, you haven't missed too much. Okay, so holding on to whatever you can grip onto, a rolled up pair of socks or a dog toy of some sort. You're gonna reach, so I'm holding in my right hand right now. If you need both hands, you can do that too. I'm gonna reach across my body to the left, and I'm looking at a specific point on that ball. I'm gonna pull it into my body and then pull that ball behind me, so I'm rotating to my right as far as I can. Pull the ball in, reach in front of you to the left. Pull the ball in, reach behind you to the right. Yep, and I just want you to oscillate between that reach. Forward, rotated, and backward, rotated. Now can you go reach up, forward, and reach up, backwards. And I want you to test your eyes here. So how high can you lift that? How high can your eyes go as you oscillate back and forth? In front and behind. Awesome. Bring everything back to the center. Just notice if there's a difference between sides. I know we were doing rotation there. We'll grab the thing in the left hand. You can also use both hands. Same thing here, just vice versa. So reaching to the right in front of you, I'm holding it with my left hand now, and then reaching behind you and rotating. Reaching in front. The ball is at chest level for those of you who can't see me, and then reaching behind you. Keep going. I'm going to shed a layer here. Just keeping a nice even pattern with that, but finding a reach. So I want you to really exaggerate that reach in front of you and behind you. Now can you go up in front of you and up behind you? You can use that other hand, that free hand, to pull into your leg. So I'm holding onto my thigh to help me rotate a little bit more. This isn't cheating, it's just giving me an extra bit of lengthening here. Maybe one more each way. And then up. Awesome, and back to the center, great. Okay, we can drop that ball down. Let's just give the shoulders a shake. If you're standing, you can give the legs a shake. Okay, we're gonna wake up our nerves and our skin a little bit more. So we're gonna start with that head scratch. So scratching all over the scalp. You can use your knuckles, you can use your nails, whatever you've got access to. Remember for this one, you might notice that you've got a more tender spot. You could give a little bit of extra love to that. You could do a rub. Okay, and then relax. And just notice that difference. Hopefully your head has a nice buzz to it. We'll grab the ears, and we're just going to draw gentle circles with the ears. This doesn't have to be aggressive. If grabbing the ears is hard, you're just going to rub around the ears with your knuckles. And then switch directions if you're drawing a circle, going the other way. Okay. and let the ears go. And then I use my knuckles for this one. You can use whatever you want. So knuckles below the cheekbones, dragging my knuckles down towards my jaw, digging into some of the soft tissue in that area. We've got a big muscle there called our masseter muscle. It's how we chew, part of how we chew. You might notice this is more tender on one side. You might notice the whole thing is tender for me. And let your jaw go slack as you drag down. Let it go slack. Okay, good. And relax. Okay. And then I want you to make as many funny faces as you can, scrunching your face up, sticking your tongue out, using your cheeks, using your eyebrows, getting big, getting small. Don't worry, nobody's looking at you. Moving your mouth around, letting your tongue go, letting your jaw go. You can make sounds. Okay, good. And relax. Awesome. Really good. Really good. Okay, and then we're going to find our tapping. So we're just going to start with tapping below the collarbones. We're going to tap up over the shoulders. And I want you to grab the back of your neck, and you can use your knuckles too if that's hard. And you're just going to drag your hands from the back of your neck to the front of your neck. You can find a little bit of traction here. So as I drag to the front, I'm going to look up towards the ceiling. Just to find, there we go, that's it. Yeah, just to find a little bit more of a stretch through there. Following one of our really big neck muscles in this area. Okay, good. We'll come to the arm. Doesn't matter which arm. You're going to tap down the inside of the arm and then up the outside of the arm. Just do that a few times on this side. You can do a rub. When you've done 3 times, maybe giving your armpit a little bit of love. I'm usually tight right in the front of the chest, so I'll give that a little shake and a little rub. And then we'll switch sides. Tapping down the inside and then up the outside. Down the inside and up the outside. Let's do that one more time. Give the armpit a little bit of love, the chest a little bit of love. Okay, good. And then just sit with that for a sec. Notice if anything has changed for you. And we're going to bring hands or knuckles to the back of the ribs, the very base of the ribs, and we're going to trace the outline of our ribs. So I want you to come right off of the bottom of the ribs, so you're in that soft tissue, and you're just tracing the ribs from the front to the back. If you want to work your, ooh, that was ticklish. If you want to work your way a little bit higher so that you fall in between the ribs, that can also feel really good too. So I work from the base, and then I slowly work my way up closer towards the top of my head, and just finding that little indentation in between each of my ribs. And again, you might notice a sticky spot here. You can give a little love to that area. And then I want you to work a little bit lower now and start to trace the outline of your pelvis all the way from the back to the front. And again, whatever feels good there, knuckles or hands, pushing, rubbing. Doesn't have to be anything too much here to notice the difference or to find a sticky spot. Okay, and then go ahead and relax. Find if that changed anything for you. We'll bring both hands to the belly. We'll start to draw that clockwise circle If you've gotten more comfortable with this belly rub as we've been doing this, I want you to press a little bit deeper. Okay, so again, this isn't anything too aggressive, but sometimes the belly can be a really sensitive place for people. If you don't have any existing hernias or abdominal issues, maybe play with how much pressure you're bringing into that. You might discover something new, feel something different, change something. Okay, and relax. Great. We're going to tap down the outside of the legs all the way down to the feet. I forgot to tell you to slip your socks and shoes off if that's accessible for you. And up the inside. Down the outside and up the inside. Maybe do that 3 times through. Okay. We'll come to the ankles or the feet. Okay, so if you've got your socks and shoes off and if you're able to reach your feet, you'll start to find that playing with your toes. So you can do that bottle cap twisting. I'm going to give you a new one today if you're able to reach your feet. I want you to try to weave your fingers in between your toes. We call this toe weaving. Okay, if that's not accessible for you, we're going to stay with that lower leg rub. If that's not accessible for you, we're going to stay with a knee rub maybe above the knee. Okay, so wherever you can reach. Sorry, I was showing you that wrong. I want you to rub from bottom to top. So if you're doing the ankle or the lower leg rub, I want you to rub from bottom to top. All the way around the ankle, you could give it a couple twists back and forth. And if you're doing the toe weaving, you're just wiggling your hand with your toes. Yeah, gives a nice stretch to the toes. Okay. Go ahead and switch sides when you're ready. Yeah, so same thing here. I'm just watching people. Same thing here. You can find your toe weaving with your foot and your hand wiggle. Or you can find your lower leg rub from bottom to top. And again, just noticing where in your skin, notice the difference of how this feels for you. Maybe the top of your calf versus the bottom of your calf, the outside versus the inside. Where do you need to spend a little bit of extra time? Okay. Go ahead and relax. We're going to find our test, our check and recheck here. Just making sure I'm not tripping over anything. Okay, so when you're ready, I know we've done a good amount of warm-up, but let's just see where we're at here. So we'll do a few overhead arm raises. Just as a reminder, I see a couple new faces on here today. So just as a reminder, you're looking for your range of movement, your difference between the two sides, your ease of movement, your speed of movement. You're just noticing how this is feeling in your body. We'll bring arms into the goalpost position, and then we'll compare our internal and our external rotation. Noticing the difference between the two sides, if there is one. And noticing how that feels. Good. Let's find our cervical rotation. So turning up just our head to the right and just our head to the left. And I want to encourage you that if there's a movement that we don't do, that I don't show you as an example, but it's a movement that you often do during your day-to-day tasks, feel free to use that as your check-recheck movement. So it might be something I don't show you here, but feel free to use whatever fits you best. Hands together. Okay, going for a thoracic rotation, so rotating the whole body to the right and whole body to the left. Okay, good. What am I missing here? For my standing athletes, you could be doing squats, you could be doing a hip hinge. My floor and or my standing athletes might be doing a push-up on the floor. Again, whatever it is that suits you best, maybe even a single leg balance of some sort, that's also always a really good assessment. Okay, I'm gonna have you grab your letter ball or your ball-shaped object of some sort. So for those of you that have been with me for a while, I'm just gonna continue to layer on with this. So I want you to go right into letter ball, where you're moving or you're throwing that ball and you're playing with yourself. For those of you that are new on here, I'm just gonna walk you through this so you can stay with me here. Otherwise, yeah, please feel free to go into that letter ball. Okay, so if you're new here, holding the ball into your chest, you're gonna move, and this is for everybody, whether you're blind and visually impaired or you can see. So we're gonna be doing the same movement, and I just want your head and everything, head and neck turning towards the ball. So I pull the ball away, I look, I find a number or a letter on that ball, I say it aloud, I bring it back into my chest. I move the ball to a new position, I do the same thing, I turn my head towards it, I look at it, I say it out loud, and then I bring it back in. And I just want you to continue to do that, and your speed will naturally increase over time, so that you're bringing that ball all the way around you in different positions, in varying positions. If you're able to, you can start to play catch with yourself. Again, trying to throw that ball all the way around you. Whoa. If you've got a partner, you can play with a partner. You can throw that ball against the wall. Okay, I'm going to continue to layer on. Let's see, should I change it from last week or not, if I can even remember from last week. If you catch it and you pick a number, actually I am going to change it from last week. If you see a number, you're going to lift you have three options here, whatever is accessible for you. I'm going to have you shrug your left shoulder up, that's one movement. I'm going to have you lift was that left? Yes, lift your left arm up or lift your left foot up. So it's a left shrug, a left arm lift, or a left foot lift. If you see a number, if you see a letter, you're going to lift the right side of your body. Okay, so letter, right side of your body, number, left side of your body. Let's just start with that. Okay, so keep playing. Letter, right side of your body lifts. Number is left side. Letter is right side. Number is left side. Yeah, I'm just going to watch people here for a sec. Yeah, making sure to move it all the way around you. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm gonna layer on again. You can take it or leave it. If that feels like where you need to stop, you can stop there. So your letter is your right side. Letter, okay. If you see a consonant, you're gonna look to the right. If you see a vowel, you're gonna look to the left. Consonant right, vowel left. Okay, when you catch a number, number is left side. When it's an even number, look left. When it's an odd number, look right. Even number left, odd number right. Consonant, look right. Vowel, look left. Even number, look left. Odd number, look right. Okay? Take whatever amount of layers you want. You can still just be playing the letter and the number game, or you can layer on with even, odd, consonant, and vowel. okay? So I'm gonna give you maybe another minute or two here to continue to play. Let's see. Good, so I'm just gonna say that one more time. Letter is right side of your body, number is left side. If you see a consonant, look right. If you see a vowel, look left. If you see an even number, look left. If you see an odd number, look right. Yeah, and maybe 30 more seconds, everybody. Good, good. Yeah. Maybe do a couple more throws here. Okay, and then go ahead and relax. Awesome. Okay, we'll drop the ball down for a sec. Let's just do a quick check-in with the body. So we'll do our check, recheck. So let's do a few overhead arm raises. Notice if that changed for you. Let's do our internal and external rotation. Let's do our cervical rotation. So just the head looks right. Ooh, that got better. Just the head looks left. Okay. Let's do our thoracic rotation. Hands together out in front. Rotate right and left. If you're a standing athlete, you might be doing squats or hip hinges or push-ups. You could also be doing bridges or a single leg balance, something like that. Okay. And then again, just out of curiosity, can I get a thumbs up for improvement, a sideways thumb for no improvement, or a thumb down for worse? Okay. Okay, good, good, awesome. Okay, let's put the ball down. I'm gonna throw a little bit more vestibular work at you here. So you're gonna cross the arms over the chest. In fact, let's do this. Let me prep you a little bit. Cross the arms over the chest and then tap your knees, uncross your arms. Cross the arms over the chest, tap your knees, uncross. Okay. Now every time, I want you to keep going. Every time you every time you cross, I want you to cross a different way. Left arm is over, right arm is over. Left is over, right is over. And when you feel like you can pick up the pace, pick up the pace. Okay, I'm gonna layer on again. This is more brain related, and then we'll get into some vestibular work. In between, so your lap is gonna be your reset. So I want you to cross, tap your lap. Tap your head with both of your hands, tap your lap. Switch the cross on your chest, tap your lap, tap your head, tap your lap. Switch the cross, lap, head, lap. Switch the cross, lap, head, lap. And I want you to go back and forth. When you feel comfortable, you can start to pick up the pace. So now I'm requiring you to remember which way you crossed your arms. So this might be a little bit harder. Move at your own pace. If I'm going too fast, you can slow it down. If I'm going too slow, you can speed it up. Okay, I want you to stay with this pattern. And I want you to do the alphabet, just A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way to Z. I'm gonna have you say it aloud. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, X, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, keep going, stay with that pattern. Now you're gonna do the alphabet going backwards. Stay with that pattern, try not to mess up that pattern, and you're going Z to A. I'm not even gonna say mine out loud because I'm probably gonna mess up. But I want you to work through that. I'll give you a minute or so here. This is taking me a ridiculously long time. Let's see. Okay, good, everyone. Good, good, good. I'm gonna give you just a little bit longer. When you're done, when you've gotten to A, I just want you to put both arms in the air and get as big as you can. I cheated, I didn't do it, so I'll be the first to admit that. This is a really hard one. Okay, all right, everyone relax, everyone. Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't do that one on purpose. I have to stay engaged with the class. I can't go off on my alphabet. No, I'll do it with you next class. Okay, we're gonna cross the arms over the chest. We're gonna leave them now, no more patterns. That was hard though, right? That was maybe more challenging than you anticipated. And then the reason we brought movement into it is just to add that multitasking component. So it makes now using some kind of a cognitive function makes that movement slow down. So you might have even noticed that the movement got much slower because your brain had to think. Okay, so just combining those two tasks. We're going to cross the arms over the chest. I want you to keep your eyes locked on something in front of you, and you're just going to start to find a circle with your spine. So a circle moving forward to the side and up to the ceiling. You can make that circle as big as you comfortably feel, but I want your eyes to stay locked on that thing in front of you. Go ahead and switch direction. It kind of reminds me of those bobblehead statues, except where the whole body moves. Okay. Now come back to the center. We're going to bring our eyes with us this time. So we're going to be testing our vestibular system here. If you get dizzy, back off, slow down, or do a smaller circle with your body, okay? So now I'm bringing my eyes with my head wherever I go. Maybe only start with 3 circles, 3 slow circles in each direction. If that feels easier for you, you could pick up the speed and you can continue. If you start to feel nauseous or dizzy, pause, maybe grab some water, maybe close your eyes, take a break. And after you've done 3 in each way, just reassess. If you could do another 3 in each way, do another 3. If you need to take a break, take a break. After you've done maybe 2 sets of that, I'll just have you come all the way back to the center so I know you're done. And if you're standing, you're still doing the same movement here. If you're standing, for my standing athletes, you have the option to also just spin in a circle. Okay, bringing your eyes with you there. Similar thing. Okay, good. I'm gonna have you grab your two pencils or your 2 forks of some sort. Okay, and you're going to be holding them out to the side of your body. And we're just going to do a little bit of movement before we bring the visual system back into this work. Okay, so I want you to rotate to your right and then look at that pencil to your right. And then rotate left, looking at the pencil to your left. And just going back and forth. Try to make that a more seamless movement now. So you turn right from one side into the other side. You're just turning and rotating back and forth. Your head is going with you. Your spine is going with you. Do one more, and then come back to the center. Lower your left arm down, lift your right arm up. Okay. You're going to rotate down into your left as if I were trying to pick up something on the floor behind me to the left, and then rotate up into the right. Roll down into the left, look at the lower pencil, rotate up into the right, lift your chest towards upper pencil. Down and left, up and right. Down and left, up and right. I'm just going to watch people here. So you're adding that little side bend tilt into it. Yeah, last one. And then come back to the center. Switch your arms, left arm up, right arm down. My arms are still out to my sides, okay? Roll down into your right, now like you're trying to pick up something on the right side of the floor behind you, and then rotate up and left. Try to lift your chest up to that pencil. So we're trying to find more extension here. Roll down and right, roll up and left. Down and right, and I want your eyes to land on that tip of the pencil each time you move. Maybe inhale to lift, exhale to go down. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. And if you're standing, you're maybe just bringing this into a squat, and your legs can be coming with you. Legs and body, so more of your hips are rolling with you. Okay, do one more, and then come back to the center. Bring both of your arms back to shoulder height. Narrow your two arms. I want your nose pointing straight ahead, and I only want those pencils to be as wide away from each other as you can, where your eyes can jump back and forth and they can see both tips of the pencils. Okay, so I just want you to find, so we call these saccades. I want you to find these jumps back and forth. You're going as quickly as you can from left pencil to right pencil. As quickly as you can, where you can still focus on the tip of the pencil, and then go to the other one. Jump, 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 jump. Okay, now start to move your right pencil up, left pencil down. Keep jumping, keep jumping. And then move right pencil down, left pencil up. And then switch. And then switch. So my arms are kind of in front of me at a diagonal. And I'm just oscillating my arms up and down, alternating, as my eyes jump back and forth. Okay. Keep going. You can stay with this right here, or I'm going to layer on one more time. Do your ABCs front to back. So just A to Z. Don't worry, I won't make you do it the other way. A to Z. Try not to slow your movement down. When you finish that A to Z, bring one pencil up, one pencil down. And then I want you to slide the pencils. So I'm sliding my top pencil left, my bottom pencil right. And then vice versa. Yeah, so the pencils are kind of staying parallel with each other now. You're jumping your eyes back and forth. Same thing here. Give me your A to Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z. Try not to slow your eyes down. Try not to slow your movement down. Okay, come back to the center. Go ahead and drop the pencils. We'll shake the arms out a little bit. Shake the legs out if you're standing. Okay, let's just find our recheck in here. So we'll go both arms overhead. Notice if there's a difference. can find your shoulder internal and external rotation. Good. We can find our cervical rotation, looking left and right. You can find our thoracic rotation, hands in front of you, rotating the chest. If you're a standing athlete, you're squatting, you're doing hip hinges, you're doing a single leg balance, maybe even a heel raise or a push up, okay? And then let's do the thumb check-in. So thumb up, yep, you know what you're doing. Okay, okay, cool, cool. I got a couple more thumbs up than I normally do, so that's good to see. Okay, good. Let's finish similar to how we started here. So lifting your chest and your palms up towards the ceiling. And then I just want you to roll straight down. Take an inhale at the bottom and then roll yourself back up. Good. Rotate your chest to the right. Roll down to the right so I can bring both of my arms over to the right. And then roll yourself back up. Lift your chest and head up. Last one. Everything rolls over towards the left. Rolling up and lifting up towards the ceiling. Good. Alrighty, we'll close the eyes if that feels right. We'll find our breath again. We'll come back to nasal breathing if you're able to do that. Can you make that breath so quiet that someone next to you couldn't hear you breathing? Maybe you can't even hear yourself breathing. I want you to think of one thing you're grateful for today. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Before I unmute everyone, just as a reminder, so I can ensure there weren't any questions. Just as a reminder, we've got the BORP Rev Ride coming up, but of course, because of Corona, we won't be doing that in person. So instead, the first weekend of October, we're going to be doing virtual classes kind of in place of the Revolution Ride. And for those of you who weren't familiar, that was this is BORP's big annual fundraiser. So this was a big bike ride that we used to do in the Napa area. So we'll be doing virtual classes instead. We're going to have an awesome schedule with at least a few classes each day. And I think, Sarah Dawn, are you able to post that link down there? Yes, got it. Thank you so much. Great. So the link for registration is down in the chat box. Oh yeah, I'll get to that question. And feel free to check that link out for more information and or to register for the classes. Yes, and that's a good question. Will we need to register again before each class? I don't think so. No. Okay. Yeah. So this was just a one-time thing that happened because we added a class to the schedule and it kind of reset the registration system to get in. So no, that shouldn't happen again. And again, we're sorry that that might have delayed a few of you. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Claudia. Thanks, everybody. Let me know if anyone has any questions. Feel free to actually, you know what? Maybe I'll unmute everybody. Yeah, have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday or Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Rachel, it's Lori. I have a question about the.
Yes. Yeah, Lori, hang on one sec. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody again, and then I'm gonna unmute you. Let me find you. Okay, great. Yeah, Lori, go for it.
Towards the end where we were doing the stretches with the two forks where we were reaching up towards the ceiling and then back down, I wasn't sure what we were doing with the other arm towards the end, you said that it was still out to the side. So can you be clearer about how that all went by?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Lori, that just reminded me because I think I forgot to give you a modification for the one that came after that.
Yes,
So
but I knew the modification for the one after that, so it's okay.
great. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah, I'm glad you're good. Yeah, so for the one where are you referring to the one where we were side bending with the arms?
Yes, where
Yes.
we were, yes,
Yeah.
with the fork.
Yes. So you would have, say your right arm so both arms are out to the side. So I'm going to have
Yeah, I got that.
okay, so you would lift your right arm up and your left arm down. So both of your arms are at a diagonal. So then what we're doing is we're adding a rotation in, but we're following that, we're kind of exaggerating that rotation with whatever direction your arms are going. So when I had you rotating left and your left arm was down, you were also side bending down to the left. So if you were standing, almost pretending like there was an object on the floor behind you and to the left, and you were trying to pick that up. And your head was looking at that pencil that you were holding down and to the left. And then you would come back to the center, and then you would rotate slightly to the right, looking up at the right hand pencil. And you were just lifting your chest up to that right hand pencil to find a little bit more extension through your chest. So like really lifting your chest, trying to point your chest up towards the ceiling, up to where that pencil high and to the right is. And then you do the same thing. So you would side bend, rotate down and to the left, and then you would rotate your body up and to the right.
Okay, when I switch, where do I switch? I'm still slightly lost. I'm not quite as lost as the first time, but so you got me to where I was bending to the left. I have the left arm down and the right arm up, and so I've bent down as if I'm reaching to something on the floor with the left arm, and now I'm back up and reaching towards the right. Now what? Yes,
then you would go back down towards the left again.
Okay, so I wouldn't switch sides at that point?
No. So you wouldn't switch sides as in you don't move your arms. You're just oscillating between I rotate down and to the left, up and to the right, down and to the left, up and to the right. And you're just following that same diagonal. And then when I said switch, so I would say left arm up, right arm down. That's when you would switch the orientation of your arms and the direction of your body's rotating.
That's what I was asking. So when I switch, do I just bring everything back so that the arms are out to the side before I switch again?
Yes, yeah. So when we were totally switching sides and I switched the orientation of your arms, you just kind of like, you would bring your body back to the center. You would reposition your arms. So now I have left arm up and right arm down, and they're out to the side of my body. And then I'm just doing that same diagonal rotation down and to the right, up and to the left, down and to the right, up and to the left, down to the right, up to the left.
Got it. Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. I think that's going to be a good stretch. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Thank you for asking that question. I can be more clear with that next time.
Well, you're trying to go through it fast, so it was new. So I always like adding new things because it does do different stretches. So thank you very much. That was very helpful.
Yeah. Of course. Good. All right.
Thank you so much. Have a good week.
Yeah. Have a good week. I'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Rachel.
Yep. Thanks, Sarah Dawn.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.